that shit you niggas saying. Heard you got extorted in that hood, so who you paying? Baby want me cuff, always ask me why I'm playing. Better watch what you saying, you don't want smoke with that man. Get it on my own, won't never ask for lending hands. Just stick to the plan, that bag I bring it in. Just stick to the plan, that bag I bring it in. Just stick to the plan, that bag I bring it in. Niggas know my style, you know I'm solid. Used to want them brand new phone pods, couldn't buy it. Love it how she talking, when she suck me, shit be fire. I ain't even slept in 48 hours. Told that bitch I'm tired. Asked me where I'm from, I told her ass home of the wire.
Welcome back to the Cuzzies podcast. My name is Want More Ibn Moore, whichever one you want to call me. We got some special guests on, but for now, we're going to jump all the way across. Introduce yourself, King.
Oh, Sweet Tea. Sweet. I thought you was going to say Sweet Dollar Tea is like Sweet. I'm Sweet Tea Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Because Leon Edwards got the dub. I hit on that parlay, so I'm feeling all right.
You hit all of them, didn't you? You hit the whole card.
Mm-hmm. I won like 130 on Barstool and like 170 on.
How much did you bet?
I bet like $1, I think.
You won 130 off $1.
Yeah.
Damn. That's nice. Turn around.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
It is.
Don't go start betting off of that, though. Don't use that as a reason to start betting. You will lose all your money. Mm-hmm. But last but not least, we got our special guests here. Introduce yourselves, Kings.
Film director Romel Morales.
Actor, executive producer, and fight choreographer Dameron Kirby.
How's everybody feeling today?
Not bad at all. I'm high as a motherfucker. So I'm feeling all right. How y'all doing?
I feel good today,
I ain't
man.
high, but I'm feeling good.
The weather ain't good, but it's all right to be here and alive, right?
Just money making weather or baby making weather.
Oh, yeah. It's the rain.
Money making or money losing.
Say words.
All right, so let's just go ahead and get to it. We already started with names. We got two guys here that they have a movie coming out. So before we get into the movie and deep dive into that, let's just talk about them as people. And go ahead, whenever y'all ready.
Go ahead, brother. Talk about what?
Just yourselves, just y'all backgrounds and who y'all are.
I'm Romel Xavier Morales, film director, actor, sometimes hip-hop artist. I got into the film business from the music industry. I was a local rapper starting out, couldn't afford music videos. So I met this guy named Big Weeze. And he took a liking to me. And he was like, okay, well, I can take your money and make you one video, and then you'll be back in a month spending the same money. Or we can go to Best Buy, I'll get you everything you need and teach you how to use it, and you make your own videos. So he took me out there, gave me the game, man, and I fell in love with the filmmaking business after that, man. And this was back in the day. This was back when editing was your video camera, a TV, and 2 VCRs. You know what I mean? You playing the camera up to the point where the scene ends, and then you switch out the tape to the next scene and put that in there and recording it on your. Oh man, it was crazy. And I was able to get in at the beginning of the digital era. Mm-hmm. So as he taught me how to film, I taught him how to edit on computers and shit.
That's cool.
So I grew from that, and then I just loved it. I was doing little short films, and I worked on a project, and I had worked with Dameron, and this was before his MMA career took off. So I could say I knew him before the bus, you know what I mean? And he came in, and he was a SWAT team member on this project called She Told Me. And I just saw something, and I was like, man, I want to make an action movie with this guy. You know what I mean? So it was like a little bromance, but it was real quiet. You know what I mean? Like, damn, this guy cool as shit. I want to, it was like, what's my man name, man, played on Star Wars, Billy D. Williams. Mm-hmm. You know, dudes ain't want to sleep with him, but he wasn't a bad dude to want to be like. You know what I mean? So it was like a Billy D. Williams to me, man. I was like, man, I want to make movies with this guy, man. And right after that, I lost contact with him. I wrote this awesome ass little script, and then I lost contact with him. The next time I saw him, he was kicking ass overseas professionally. And I was like, that ain't never, my little movie ain't gonna never happen now. And then my kid started getting bullied. This is 6 years later. My kid was getting bullied in school.
Okay.
So instead of me going to jail, because I'm one of them parents, I go up there, I'll kick a kid's ass. I will. I'll kick a kid's ass. But anyway.
He ain't lying, yo.
Yeah. I'll kick a kid's ass. So I saw, he had a class, he had a school. And I was like, man, I'm going to get back in contact with him, man. And I went to him, I said, hey, man, look, this is my situation. My kid's getting bullied. I'll kill one of these kids. I need help. My kid need help. He said, man, bring your kid in. And I said, I want it with somebody I trust. So he put my kid with a guy, and my kid is doing much better now. But anyway, while I was there, I was like, but since I'm here, hey, man, I wrote this script about 6-7 years ago, man. You might want to take a look at it. Forget about it. You like it, we do it. You don't, we never mention it again. And he was like, hey, man, I'll take care of your son. I'll get your son up to code, you know what I mean, so he can take care of himself, defend himself. But I like the script. Let's talk about more. Let's talk about it more. And that was it, man. So, okay, hold on a little more further. He left the script on the desk at his other business with his business partner. The business partner one day comes in and looks at it and says, hey, man, what the fuck is this? Like, oh, man, it's my guy. He wrote that. Forget about it. It's nothing. You know, man, I'm going to go talk to him. He's like, yeah, man, I'd like to get in on this. This is a movie I would like to see.
Yeah.
And that was the story of it, man. And they met up with me and said, man, we'd like to see this movie. What would it take, and when can we get started? I said, we can get started right away. How soon you want to get started? He was like, yesterday.
Damn.
Yeah. And that was it from literally, that was a Wednesday. We started production on that Friday. Yeah, it was insane. But that's me. I'm just a pothead that make movies, man, and like to hang out with really cool people, man. That's it, guys.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah.
Simple, man.
You said you was a rapper. What was your rap name?
My real name, Romel Xavier Morales. I actually got stuff on
YouTube?
your YouTube and what's the other, the Spotify thingy and
Apple Music and stuff.
yeah, all that. I'm
platforms.
in all them places, man. I do a little bit, a little bit here and there, man. But that's another podcast. Hopefully, I'll be able to come back. I don't get kicked out of here, y'all.
All right.
Damaron Kirby. I'm a fitness professional. I fought professionally, boxing, in the cage, MMA as well. I always had a vision to use my career in MMA and move that into the acting world. So I was on these little tidbits here and there. So like he said, came on set for She Told Me, did the little thing. And then 6 years later, when he gives me the script, I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? We talking, he gives me a script. And I'm like, man, this is pretty cool, So I had to talk with my partners about it. We, like you say, wanted to make it a full feature. I don't think he was ready.
I wasn't.
He thought he was going to do a short. He thought it was going to be a nice little 15-minute, a little short, and everything was going to be cool. 2 years later, we're here, man. It's been an amazing journey, and we're looking forward to the next steps and doing some more big things.
Yeah.
So how does that feel? You've been watering this plant for 2 years. Y'all been watering this plant.
Man, look, I'm not a particularly soft dude, right? Man, I was crying.
Yeah.
I was crying, man. I watched this bad motherfucker, man, and I'm like, God damn it, man, we did it.
Yeah.
We did it, man, and it was not an easy road. And I wouldn't change anything to happen. But what we got out of it, man, is like squeezing a passion fruit and getting stuck by the little thorny thingies. Mm-hmm. But the juice coming out that motherfucker is so sweet, man.
Yeah,
and that's what this was. It was that. It was squeezing a passion fruit, getting stabbed by its thorns until the juice, the sweet juice, just poured out of it, man, into a glass just for me to consume and enjoy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting analogy.
Yeah, and it was enough juice to share with the world. And I just hope everybody like it as much as I do.
Everybody like the passion fruit juice.
Everybody like the passion fruit juice, man. That's all I'm saying. How much is it? I mean, total, we're upward of 60, 70 grand at this point. And that's inaccurate. Like that's a ballpark figure. It got a lot more expensive than we had initially planned on. And the crazy thing was, every time we got to a point where I knew it was more than what they was agreed on, the execs, they never bullshitted me. It was only, hey, see if we can do it a little cheaper, but whatever it takes, make it happen.
Absolutely.
Man, that's unheard of at this level of independent filmmaking. It's like, oh, well, guess we got to shut it down. That was never an option, and I was never given that as an option, and it allowed me the freedom to create a movie that we all could be proud of, but that I was definitely extremely pleased with. But it got expensive, man. Oh yeah, goddamn! Yo, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's independent filmmaking, so you want to get eyes on it, so people can be excited to see your next thing, or you want to recoup
All the above. Yeah, that's C.
Yeah.
All the above.
Yeah, because see, the executive production staff is a very interesting makeup, right? Like now we're all filmmakers now, but it started with some filmmakers and some businessmen, which is a good thing, right? Because y'all are artists. We care about the art,
Absolutely.
right? And we just want everybody to see it or hear it or whatever, right?
Yep.
And
This shit costs.
We're over there looking at ROI.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about the art. Yeah, all right,
return on
look,
investment out here. Let's
nice
talk
picture.
about it.
Now, how much can we get back for it? How much did we spend on paint and canvas? Okay, you know what I mean? So that's a good thing because it protects us as artists. You know what I'm saying? It keeps us, it keeps our head in the game, in the business of entertainment.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then we get with some cool, investors or executive producers. It allows us the freedom to continue to be artists and make awesome shit that we feel good about. But at the end of the day, man, it really is a business. You know what I mean? It costs to make it, and them people want their money back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm in the hole about 70 grand. People better come out and they better watch this movie. They better order this motherfucker on Hoodoo, and everywhere else, man. I don't care, Hulu. You better watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm in the hole. I got kids, man. Shit, man, not fuck.
What's the movie about?
Name first.
Oh yeah.
Name of the movie.
Miscalculated.
Miscalculated.
It is a martial arts action comedy. So, I guess it would be in the genre of Rush Hour or Bad Boys or something. Yeah. So imagine if Will Smith could do MMA, right? And I guess that's about as close to the makeup as you're gonna get. Yeah. So it's Chris Tucker and a black Jackie Chan.
It's like Undercover Brother, kind of, sort of, right?
Yeah. But not as much funny. It was. I think we used about 3 gallons of blood on this project of fake blood. Yeah.
Oh, it's full of action, man.
Yeah, it is full of action.
Full of action.
Yeah.
You can miss a beat on that.
Yeah, and we spent about 2,000 live rounds during the production of this project. That's what we got. It was 2,000. 2,000 live rounds were spent. That's not including the CGI. Yeah. Oh man, we worked with some. We got the real deal out here.
Hold on, pause. They were blinks, guys.
Yeah. I apologize. I apologize. Yeah, what I say? Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
put that out there. We on the movie set. You better duck. No,
Yeah, this ain't no Russ situation.
Hold on. Let's make that distinction.
Thank you for that correction.
All right, go ahead, man.
Okay.
Lawsuits up in here.
Yeah, and we weren't firing live rounds. When I say live rounds, I mean blanks. He is absolutely 100% correct. I know my armorer is probably out there clinching right now as he's watching this. David Milk, shout out to him. And the Crucible. It's a training facility in Fredericksburg, Virginia. An amazing place with some amazing staff. If you want to learn how to properly defend yourself with a firearm, or you are an actor that wants to look like he's really know what he's doing with a firearm, they are the people to fucking talk to.
Top of the line, man.
Yes, indeed.
Top of the line.
They teaching extraction. Man, forget about it. If you want to be Call of Duty, you better go talk to them people, man. That's all I'm saying. Where did we leave off at?
What is the movie about?
Yeah.
I apologize. Okay, so it's a martial arts action comedy. I told y'all I was smoking on the way up here. So it's a martial arts action comedy. It's an arms dealer. It's two undercover cops that are chasing an arms dealer throughout Baltimore City and County. And this guy is the big guy. We ain't talking about no fouled off serial number Glocks and no shit. We talking military grade arms. And we on that ass. And he's having none of it. He does not make our job easy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what the movie's about. And you can expect a whole lot of gunfire and hand-to-hand combat going on. Yeah, it's some people getting their asses whooped up in this motherfucker. yeah.
So does the movie leave with a part 2 plan, or is this a one-off?
There is not a part 2 plan.
But anything can happen.
But anything can happen, and it leaves off promising.
Yep.
I'm going to say that there. You better come see this motherfucker.
So even if you don't get it, you want it.
Yeah. You definitely going to want it. And if the demand is loud enough, I don't know, we might huddle up and, go ahead and toss another one out there. I don't know. Anything's possible. But I definitely know they got a whole lot of other plans that we are already moving forward on. We got several other projects coming out. Forget about it. On to Miscalculated. Man, that's a bad motherfucker, man. Yeah. The premiere is April the 8th at the old Greenbelt Theater in Greenbelt, Maryland. There will be 2 showings, a 5 p.m. showing and a 7:15 showing. The 7:15 showing will be the red carpet premiere. That's where you'll be able to bump into all of the actors and the crew members, and there'll be a whole lot of other filmmakers, and it's gonna be, you got a martial arts community out and armed forces community out, and man, it's gonna be a bunch of hood dudes out that motherfucker trying to look good and catch them something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, it's gonna
clean.
it's gonna be a very eclectic mix of some of the top tier members of the finest communities around.
Hey, hold on real quick, because I'm just about to put Romello on the spot.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, real quick, tell them what color your pants are going to be for the red carpet.
Hey, man.
The color and material. Go ahead, go give to them. Color and material, give to them.
Patent leather pink, daddy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, yo, when he say pink, I mean highlighted pink.
Highlighted
we not
pink.
talking
Hot
about
pink,
just like,
daddy.
we talking about like when you reading a book and you need to remember and you highlight it right there. That's like his pants kicking out. That's what he doing in these streets.
Ooh, look at that boy right there. Look at that boy right there.
Y'all don't even want to see this.
Pimping ain't easy, man. I'm trying to tell you, boy. Look at that fly
Hey,
shit
look,
right
y'all
there.
need to come out just to see these pants. Okay? Come out just to see these pants.
You better.
That's a show before the show.
You ain't gonna wanna miss it, man. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, now look here. Hold on. Since we're on the subject, I just want to say this. The game ain't dead, man.
Where you get them from?
Come on, man. I can't be telling everybody where I be shopping that man. I have everybody all up in my business. You know what I'm saying? Come on, pimpin'.
Hey,
man, you got the game's supposed to be
now, here's the cool part about this film, because y'all see this character right here.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't turn off during the film. This is him. So the whole film, the way y'all cracking up at him right now, he on set doing all of this. Right? We all trying to keep a straight face. We all trying to keep a straight face, and he just, pow, 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 just going crazy. So you like, what, pow, what are you doing? This is the whole set, whole time,
Yeah,
man. This is him. That's a great dynamic. Great dynamics.
Yeah, we had an amazing
filming,
time.
man. Great dynamics.
Yeah.
What was your mindset when structuring the fight scenes?
To be realistic. So a lot of stuff in the fight scenes that I put together, it's the way that we would really move. And a lot of times, even when I'm working with people, I ask them, I say, look, think of what you want to do here, because I want it to be the way that you actually move. And then we'll take how you actually move and turn it into something good for the camera. Okay. Right? And so it's realistic. Like, I really like John Wick for that reason, because, Keanu Reeves, he actually studied jiu-jitsu, and when he's doing those moves in there, this is stuff that you see people doing in the cage. This is real stuff. They add some flair and some flash to it, but it's real stuff. And so it's kind of right along the same lines.
Mm-hmm. And I can say that the fight scenes, you gonna feel them motherfuckers. Yeah, it's like you are in the fight. Like, that was the style that we shot the fight scenes. Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's like, and then some of them in some tight ass corridors, and he taking on like 2, 3, 4 motherfuckers. Oh man, just and then pow, boom, boom. Hey, look at him, man. I'm not really with all the martial arts business, you know what I'm saying? But man, I appreciate the shit out of it, because he kicking us some ass. I'm shooting people. I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
I don't play. I'm shooting your ass.
And that's exactly what he do in the film too. I fight him, he shoot him. That's the whole. That's the whole thing. I fight him, he shoot him.
Yeah, pretty much, man. But the fight scenes, you're gonna feel like you're in the middle of the fight. So like you said, he was able to put together some amazing, very realistic fight scenes. And the beauty of it was that we were able to secure other members of the martial arts community.
Yeah, some
as
real
his
high
opponents.
caliber guys, man.
Oh,
man,
bro.
shout out. And it just made the job so easy, because they already knew how to move.
Yeah.
And that makes it so easy. And as I, get better and develop as a fight choreographer, because this was a somewhat of a new thing for me. As one thing when you're doing it in real life, right? But when you have to make it look right for the camera, that's a whole different art.
And
so
keep people safe.
Yeah, exactly. Keep people safe and work within people's perimeters. So, it's pretty cool, man. A great experience, and again, having people that already know how to move, that just know the way that, man, it changes the game. So shout out to everybody for the martial arts community that was a part of Miscalculated. I appreciate y'all making my job look easy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Did y'all keep anything in the film that wasn't planned?
Oh, hell yeah. Because there was some magic that happened.
Yeah.
You can plan on a thing, but when you get all these different artists together, oh man, it'd be some beautiful spillage.
Yeah. I've anytime like I look into movies that I enjoy, it seems that a lot of the best moments of movies come
With
from
the ones unplanned.
freestyle stuff. So I always wondered that. That's pretty cool.
Like I said, half of what he said wasn't in the script. Right now, he just started saying stuff. Yeah.
No, we didn't put the bloopers and gag reel in there. If we do a director's cut, then they'll probably be in there. But I didn't have the time to add them. It was so much detail that had to be, and the attention that had to be paid to the actual movie part. It didn't lend me a lot of time in the edit to work on the bloopers. But man, was I laughing at them as I was coming across them doing the edit, like, oh man, this is shit. I should go ahead and put this to the back. I just didn't have time on it. It's a very intricate project. Like I said, we had members of the martial arts community. We had top tier from the armed forces community. And I'm talking about special forces guys. You know what I mean?
Like in real life, not like...
Yeah, not no movie foolishness. Like, these guys really, G.I. Joe, they really out there saving American lives. And they donated their time and talent to this project. And it added to the authenticity of it all. You know, because it's one thing teaching an actor to be a soldier, and it's a whole other thing teaching a soldier to be an actor. You feel what I'm saying? And it shows up in the project. So we got members of the armed forces community. We have some of the top tier actors in the independent community from the area, from the DMV, Baltimore mostly. But they traveled as far as Pennsylvania. We got some from deep out in Virginia. This was definitely a career building project for everybody involved. Everybody will be able to upgrade their resume off of this motherfucker right here. Yeah, the crew members, everybody.
So what were some of the best parts of filming?
I think the opening and closing scenes were the best parts for me because that's when we incorporated the special forces guys that we was just telling you about, and we were firing the blanks. And we were firing the blanks.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. It just gave us so much realism. You know what I mean? Because if you standing there and you holding a plastic airsoft rifle and I'm off 2 feet yelling bang bang while you doing this right here, it don't look the same as when that fire is jumping out the front of that motherfucker and them motherfucker shells are spitting out the side. You feel me? It's just a whole different. It's a whole different vibe,
It
bro.
brings you into the scene.
Yeah, man, and you feeling that shit because you seeing that the cheeks shaking and oh man, it's beautiful, man. You smelling that gunpowder and you getting into it. Chill out, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like it's a hell of a ride, man. And those are my best parts. Those are my favorite parts.
For me, I'd have to say just the camaraderie, man, on set. Man, we had a lot of dope people, a lot of fun people. We got to do this project with friends, with colleagues, so just like all the different personalities and the people, just the camaraderie on set, man. It was really a good time. As soon as that camera went off, everybody's laughing, mostly at him. But man, we had a wonderful time, and though we had obstacles and stuff, we always worked it out, made the best of it, and we enjoyed being on set. I've been on projects that were just boring. Yeah, you just kind of sitting there, everybody's just looking at each other in silence, waiting for them to say action. But nah, man, we had an amazing time. It was really fun to film.
It really was.
All right. So what about worst parts? What are some of I wouldn't say worst parts of the film itself, but what are some of the worst parts about acting?
People not showing up.
Speak on it now.
People not showing up. So I think altogether, if I want to say, we probably had at least 500 or so people in this.
Jeez.
No, it was over 100. It was solid over 120. But yes, as far as like background and people like that, it's about 500.
So you got to think about all the little small things that people don't pay attention to. So even if you're at a cafe, doing something, you still need 5-10 people in the background, eating a cracker or something, right? You need these bodies. And so if we said, okay, we need 30 people showing up, we'll do the leg work, we'll do the cast and calls, we'll do all this stuff, and we got they said we're coming, 30 people should be here. They should be here at 9:00. Here 10:30 comes. And we should have 30 people, and we got 15. We got half the people that we need, and so it was a constant, and so we had to make a lot of adjustments, and so kudos to Ramel, because on the editing side, when you got to make 5 people look like 15, when you got to do all these little things that create so much more work than what would originally be needed. So kudos to him. But I'd say the worst part that I would say would just be people showing up. That's the biggest thing. But I think that nobody knew how big that we were going to make this film. And so I think to some degree it was, some people might have thought, oh, it's just, whatever. They didn't realize the magnitude of it. But I bet on the next project, we won't have any problems anybody showing up again after this.
Hell no.
How did it? Go ahead.
So it took 2 or 3 years to make. How long was it originally supposed to take to make?
That's a question for you, Ramel.
Yeah, we I estimated it taking 18 months, and it took 2 years. Okay. But I estimated it at 18 months. I estimated a year filming and 6 months editing. It took 18 months to film. and the rest of the time on the edit.
What's the runtime of the movie?
1 hour and 35 minutes. Yeah, but the actual movie before without credits, 1 hour and 31 minutes.
All right, now ask them how much film time altogether he has that he had to cipher and go through to get it down to 1 hour and 35 minutes.
67 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. We boiled down 67 hours.
You want to know what's crazy about that to me? Because you had 67 hours and you dropped it down to 1 hour and 30. You got movies like The Avatar that are 3 hours long. So how much did they film and drop down?
At least about
That's
200
bro.
to 180 hours.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, they could afford to keep, just do another take. You know what I mean? Us is, hey, man, you say 5 o'clock, y'all
Yeah.
gonna be out of here. It's 4:45. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of shit, a lot of people here, Mike. I got to agree with Darren as far as the worst part of the process was the people not showing up. More so for me because I wrote, this was my baby. You know what I mean? And, you know, I've been in this film game for a minute, so I took it personal.
Yeah.
You know, like, you really didn't take me serious, you motherfucker.
Absolutely.
You really took me for granted. Or my little, my little project, huh? Okay, that's all good, you you.
No, absolutely.
No, I ain't. I'm mad at you. I'd be lying if I say I wasn't. But y'all all right with me. We'll never work together again because I understand. Life happens.
Yeah,
See,
absolutely.
y'all see, he's
understand
still
that.
salty, right?
No, I understand that
salty as
definitely.
hell. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
even
yeah.
on our side of it, where sometimes we'll have a guest scheduled and that guest does not show up. No call, no show. Just don't show up. And we wait an extra hour, extra 2 hours.
Yeah.
We got lives. We got things
Exactly.
we
So
plan.
it's like, fuck me and my life, huh?
Yep. And then on top of the fact, when people don't take something that's important to you or means a lot to you as serious as you do, it fucks with you. So
Yeah, bro.
absolutely
I
understand
cried.
that.
It was one night, man, I cried in the truck, man, because we barely made the scene. Mm-hmm. We barely, man. I sat in that truck, man, and I had a meltdown, man, because it just hurt me so much. Because some of the people was people that I knew and worked with before. Mm-hmm. And it's like, damn, you really just didn't take me or my project serious enough to actually show up or even give me a call. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna be able to make it, man. Or nothing.
Yep.
Well, fuck me, huh? Okay, you mother.
How did the cast come together?
Through people that we worked with before or the casting calls. Some of these actors really got the material, prepared for it, showed up at the casting call, gave it they fucking all, man. And waited patiently to be chosen or man, that casting call is a brutal process, man. And it's not easy on the back end either. So for you actors out there that's like, oh man, they just went right past me and picked this motherfucker. It ain't easy for us either. We had a lot of applicants. And then some people that they did so well reading for the role that they came for. And we, went to somebody else that we bumped them down to other roles. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, somebody else got picked for this, but you were just as good. Mm-hmm. How about this? So it was a long process with the casting.
So when it comes to casting, how do you choose? Like, because I know sometimes you just got the look for something versus the skill in terms of acting. How do you balance choosing somebody who just makes sense for the role because they look the part versus choosing somebody who's just talented?
The project dictates what is mostly needed from that person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me, it's the best sale for that character, for that scene. It's whoever sold the best. Because for some of the stuff, Ramel can probably attest to this. For some of the stuff, it's like, even if you don't say it that well, you look it that well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you look it. That look just like you. That's you. That's your. And then there are some other things where it's like, I mean, you might not look at that well, but man, when you said that line, like I believed you.
Yeah.
I believed you, and then we needed that, and so I think it's just whatever was the best sale for the scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because even like when it comes to something like a boy band. Like, you might not be the best singer, but you look
Yeah,
the
you
part.
got that look.
You got the look.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to not choose the person that's got the look. The teeth thing, I'm curious. You told us this was a good story.
Oh man!
Let's hear it.
All right, so
Oh boy.
oh yeah, here we go. This mother knocked my teeth out, y'all. No, okay. All right, so there's a fight scene.
Oh, hold on. Before
yeah.
it starts. Hold on. Because I would like to say, because one of my duties was in the fight choreography to make sure that everybody, was safe and nobody got hurt. So I would like to put out there that I was not present when this happened. Okay, I was not present, so I'm relieving myself of all responsibility. Go ahead. Go.
Okay,
go.
now. And on his defense, we definitely proceeded. I thought it was okay to film the scene without him when we were told to wait for him. Mm-hmm. So, in his defense, yes, I thought I could do it. Okay, so,
Oh boy.
me and the actor Icy, me and the character Icy, my character PA and Icy get into it, right? All right, so Icy's this big dude. He's portrayed by actor Shantez Queen, right? He just goes by Tez now. Mm-hmm. And he's a big dude. Like, he's in the fitness. He comes from the fitness industry into the movie industry, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm tussling with this big guy, right? And we going through the stuff from Dameron, you know what I mean? And it's going sweet, you know what I mean? It wasn't no foul punches or nothing. So it's one scene where I'm down on the ground, throws me down on the ground, and he goes to picks me up, right? So I'm down on the ground, he goes to picks me up, and it's a wardrobe malfunction. He carries this big ass revolver, like a Dirty Harry,
Literally,
big, right? And it's
heavy.
It's weighted and looks exactly like the real one. Oh man, that sucker fell out the holster and right into my fucking mouth. Yup, I've heard the teeth crack. Yup, all my front teeth, nigga.
Is that scene in the movie?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
No, we cut it out of there. No. However, remember you talking about the bloopers?
Yeah.
That will end up in the blooper version of the movie. I'm going to put it at the end there. But boy, oh boy. Okay, now, I'm not Superman, nobody. I'm definitely ain't no Dameron Kirby or no Shantez Queen or none of that shit, right? I'm a dude like to sit home, watch movies, play video games, smoke weed. You know what I mean? Chill type shit, right? Eat milkshakes, all a bunch of unhealthy type shit, right? Fried chicken, and you know what I mean? I'm chicken boxes. That's me, baby. All right, so after I got my front teeth knocked out, it was about 3 p.m. We were at a location that we would not have been able to secure again in a timely fashion. Mm-hmm. We had over 50 actors doing scenes throughout this location at that day. I could have quit. I should have quit. In retrospect, I should have just threw in a towel, called it a day, figured it all the fuck out. We continued to shoot until about 2:00 a.m. that morning. Yep. Mm-hmm. It took a shitload of bourbon. But we held it down, and while I was trying to get the pain under control, Dameron Kirby and David Milks, our armorer and tactical coordinator, conducted the scenes, directed the scenes.
We had an on-spot crash course in directing that day that we were not signed up or ready for. Right? I can't imagine what he had to go through when he had to go back and edit our directing. But we did the best that we could.
Man, they say the project.
The funny part about it, well, it wasn't funny then. I know it probably wasn't funny to him then. But like, the whole time he was explaining how his tooth felt, right? And so he was walking around, he's like, yeah, my tooth felt. He's like, I've opened my mouth. You can see the nerve dangling. He kept doing his finger like this. You can see the nerve dangling like this. And every time I looked at him, he talking to somebody going like this with his finger, talking about some dangling. And then if any air got in his mouth, I guess it touched the nerve. Ooh. So he would be standing, and then you would turn back around, and he was on the ground. Ooh. Right? He would just be, hey, so, and you turn back, he just laid flat out on the ground. Just gonna make it. Do this, man. Yeah, it was an interesting evening, man. It was an interesting evening, but yeah, we made it through.
Yeah, and I definitely need to take the time because it would take too much time to contact all of them at the same, one after the other. All the actors that were on set that day, y'all are the fucking heroes. They the heroes because they powered right through it with me, and I became very demanding once my tooth. Once I was able to get the pain down.
Once what happened? What happened with the tooth?
So okay, let me explain how the teeth cracked. So one cracked right at the gum, right, and then the other one beside it cracked just below the gum, with the nerve just hanging out, dangling like that. Every time air in, oh man, look, the pain would drop me down to my knees. Again, I'm not built like these other niggas. You know what I mean? These karate niggas, like these motherfuckers. These niggas is they real soldiers. Like these motherfuckers is for real with this superhero body shit, man. They don't play.
Superhero body
I ain't built like them, cuz. I'm the funny guy. You know, I'm gonna laugh my way out of a fight. Hee, come on, bro. What you doing? They gonna whip your ass. Anyway, I should have quit. I should have called it a day. I didn't. I learned a lesson, but we got everything that we needed that day.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and we didn't have to worry about having to get the location again and all the people again. Like, bro, that'd have been a double up on the cost. You feel me? Y'all already heard me talk about how much I owe, so you can just imagine this is going through my mind. You know what I mean? And don't get it twisted. They not coming breaking my legs and shit when I'm late on the payment or nothing like that, people. They good folk, you know what I'm saying? Let me throw that out there. But, again, they businessmen.
Yeah.
You feel me? They appreciate the art, but they don't want to hear that shit when it come time to ante up on, you know what I mean? So this is going through my head the whole time, man. You can't go back to them tell them people you need the money for this whole get up all over again. Because you done fucked it up. You feel me? So that was my thought. That was my motivation with the whole situation.
Real quick, man, let me just give a shout out to the team, man. So, here's the deal. When we started this thing, we are, 4 brothers. One of them think he's all the way a brother, but he's what is Nabil? Pakistan? Okay, Pakistan. I think he's Pakistan. He thinks he's all the way a brother though. He come in with the Black Power thing. He do that right. So, but really, it's 4 brothers that came together, and we all trusted each other. We believed in each other, and we took an idea to a full feature film, right? With never doing it before, no blueprint, no path, just we got to figure it out. And we trust each other, and we built something from zero to create what we have. So shout out, because we all came from different backgrounds, different things, and brought our own skills, our own intuition, our own stuff to the project to make this thing come together and become what it is. So
absolutely,
shout out to everybody, man, because it took all of us. I think if one of us was missing,
all of us.
If one of us was missing, it wouldn't have become what it became.
No bullshit.
So it took everybody for us to get here, man. So look, love y'all, man. Shout out to the team.
Absolutely. Fist bump to you other 2 motherfuckers. No bullshit. Yeah. Oh, what's that?
Yeah, we do.
I like that. Yeah.
What's next?
A lot. We're currently working on a military action movie called Austin. And then we have a psychological thriller in the oven, Zero Dark 48. Pardon me, Cherie McCain, director and writer.
Shout out, Cherie.
Yes, and David Milks on Austin, director and writer. I'm co-director on the project. Both of them are attached to Miscalculated Productions, LLC. And then we have a fight movie coming up. We have a weed movie coming up. We have a detective movie coming up. We're busy.
We working, y'all.
Yeah, we in this motherfucker. It's all hands on deck. We all in, all chips. You know how in the movie they slide all the chips over to the... That's us. Yeah.
Okay, so I got a question. So coming from an MMA background, right? And you said you were intrigued or interested in acting. Was sports entertainment ever a thought, like in terms of WWE, AEWs, and all that kind of stuff?
No. To be honest, I never even thought about going to see anything like WWF, WWE.
You ever seen this guy fight?
Because I mean,
Yeah, bro. He's
watched
not wrestling material.
I fight for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's, I mean, truthfully, even I'm my birthday is actually this Monday, this upcoming Monday, right? I turned 42. All right. So at this point, I probably have had my last fight. I'm graciously retiring. And granted, I've retired 3 times already and came back, but this time I'm going to stick to it. I think I'm really going to stay retired this time. But there's nothing that really replaces that rush that you get when you're in there. You know what I mean? There's nothing that replaces that. Just having to have like those reflexes and those type of training camps, that type of push and that type of heart to get into bad situations and then just figure it out, to take a blow like, oh shit, but you can't let them see it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, going through that and then going to something that's I'm sorry for people that love WWF, but something that's not real. Now, granted, now let me say this, respect to those guys, because they are tier 1 athletes. Man, they are tier 1 athletes. Like, it's insane the stuff that they are able to do, right? But still, they're not really fighting. Yeah. If I'm gonna get in there, then yeah, we going. I really want to see who the baddest man in here for in real life. Huh?
You got highlight tapes on YouTube?
There's some fights on
Yeah.
YouTube.
You can plug my name into YouTube, Damaron Kirby. Plug it in and some stuff on there, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was actually curious because I've always wondered what was the opinion that some people have on that. Because you got somebody like Brock Lesnar, who he did MMA, succeeded in that, and did WWE and succeeded.
Well, he was entertainment first.
Yeah.
But Brock Lesnar was an all-star collegiate wrestler. You know, like he was really he's a real athlete. You know, and so he went that way first. But who did the other way was Ronda Rousey. So Ronda Rousey, Olympic gold medalist, and and then she was dominated the MMA for like a minute, and then she went into entertainment. So I mean, people, different things, but most of the time when somebody's actually real, like, they'll make a guest appearance, if the check. Hey, well, great. And saying that WWF, hey, you want a guest appearance and you got a check, then talk to me.
Right.
We'll have some fun for a check. But career wise, I don't see it.
Okay. Let's see. Bloopers. Do you have any specific blooper that is your favorite?
Yes. Okay, so it's the scene where my character goes to his ex's house to obtain information. And he's walking out of there. And he has a beef with her homegirl. So the line was supposed to be, oh, you just happy because she gave you some pussy. And then I say, you just mad because she didn't give you none, Sasquatch. Okay, so actress Victoria LaRae, amazing actress.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, so the blooper was I was coming out and she was like, oh, you just happy she gave you some dick.
Whoa.
Everybody, bro, like, whoa.
Did we miss a scene?
Who the fuck was upstairs that I just came out?
What happened when y'all close that door?
I think that was my favorite blooper in the whole project, man.
Oh, man.
And it's hard because it was a lot. And I think my second favorite is me getting my ass kicked by 2 escorts in a little ass massage room. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm not built like these guys. I don't know none of that shit. And one of the actresses, Shanita Parker, is really MMA, right?
Martial artist, yeah.
Yeah, martial artist. So I'm getting cracked in the face like 5 or 6 times.
Oh yeah, he took a couple. Oh yeah, he ate a couple.
Yeah, so I think those are my second best bloopers.
I think she forgot she was acting a couple times. Yeah, she that hit the pillow and then you heard her jawline.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah. Luckily, this was before the actor Shantae's Queen knocked my teeth out with that gun. Like, so gotta be thankful for the little things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think those are my 2 favorite bloopers of the project.
Okay.
And on that note, this concludes this episode of the Cuzzies Podcast. I'm your host, Sweet T. Edwards, because Leon Edwards got that dub. Include yourself.
Romeo Xavier Morales, Miscalculated Productions. Can't wait to see you.
Damaron Kirby, April 8th, red carpet premiere. Come clean. Your man's gonna have on, all right, some hot pink
I'm trying
leather
to tell you.
pants, all right. So come clean, cause you gotta compete with that, all right. He won for me, but yo, try to come clean, man. But I'll see you on April 8th. You don't want to miss it. It's gonna be
And
dope.
thanks, guys, for having us,
No
man.
problem.
No problem.
We appreciate you
Anytime,
guys.
Really
anytime.
appreciate it.
Definitely.
What's the location again?
Old Greenbelt Theater, Greenbelt, Maryland. 5 and 7. 5 and 7 p.m.
But you want the 7. You want the red carpet.
Yeah.
It's gonna put that little whisper in your ear. You want
Yeah.
the red carpet.
They can get tickets online at Eventbrite. Type in Miscalculated Productions. It'll take you right to it.
And how do you, is the movie out for pre-order?
No, it is not out for pre-order.
Okay.
It will be available first on Nimbus TV.
Okay.
Nimbus is a new streaming service that was started in the area. Go to your app stores. Get ready, type in Nimbus. That's where you'll be able to see it first before it hits the other streaming service.
All right. And one more Ibn Moore, whichever one you want to call me. Signing out.
I'm playing. Better watch what you saying. You don't want to smoke with that man. Did it on my own, won't never ask for lending hands. Just stick to the plan. That bag, I bring it in. Just stick to the plan. That bag, I bring it in. Just stick to the plan. That bag, I bring it in.